to my series about Mourn, aspects of Mourn, particularly my book anthology book series that's coming out in the near future. Today I'm going to be talking about Blight Elves. No, we're going to be going over. There's three major races of elves that I'm going to be dealing with because in these videos, because those are the three that diametrically heavily impact storylines. Blight elves are important because the Akira Kuzawa is a blight elf. And you're probably wondering, what is a blight elf, geek? Well, here we go. They are typical. They have pointed ears. It's the hallmark of them. My elves are in sync with plant life. They're not plants themselves, but they're in sync with plant life. So it kind of hurts them when plant life gets hurt around them. But where blight elves are concerned, they came from a world ravaged by a blight that affected plant life, and it affected them. They found a cure, but not in time to stop the plants from being ravaged. Thus, the gods said, okay, we're going to bring you over to Mourn. The cure did leave them with some side effects: constant peeling skin, visible purple veins, and pale skin. They can go into a magical sleep, but to remedy part of this, but only the peeling skin, leaving them with the very visible varicose veins and the pale skin. You might think that they might become harsh or hard pressed and mean because they had the entire plant life of the world destroyed, but no, they actually became more prevalent with how do we help others. So that's one thing going into Akira Kuzawa that you need to know, that it's ingrained into the culture of the Blight Elves to not only help, but predominantly heal. So you'll see a lot of them when I'm writing, and if I have a character in a hospital or a doctor office, odds are their doctor's going to be a blight elf, because a lot of them are in those type of situations. They're either magical healers or they're actual doctors helping with that type of field. It's kind of cool that when I'm developing a new race, that I sat back and said, I don't want to have real negatives here. I want to see if I can do positives where the cultures are concerned. So blight elves became more akin to, hey, how can we cured ourselves, let's continue to try this for others. In fact, when we get to Salia, who you'll see, the Blight Elves are the reason Salia is how she is. Salia isn't a wood elf. She's a sister of Akira Kuzawa's wife. You'll see when we get to her. As to prevalent characters that you're going to see that are Blight Elves, of course, the first book you are going to be reading is Akira Kuzawa, and she is a Blight Elf. She's not the only one that's going to be in a featured role. There's a support character later on in one of the later books that is also a Blight Elf. And it'd be interesting when you see her take. She still has her peeling skin. Akira Kuzawa does not. But yeah, Blight Elves are something I came up with when I was developing Akira Kuzawa. There's some other things. She came about on a whim, and I'll explain that when someone wants to do a Q&A with me. That goes more into Akira Kuzawa than it does the Blight Elves. So when we get to her, I'll do a little bit of a nod to where she came from. Other than that, for now, I will see you guys in the near future, and thank you for listening.